scars on a hollow throne. Through the mist where the ravens cry, underneath the black and bitter sky. Another heavy blow falls against my chest, a hollow weight that will never let me rest. I taste the iron and I taste the salt, tracing every fracture and every healing fall. The world is a hammer and I am the nail, driven into the dark beyond the veil. They say the broken are the ones who see the true shape of this cold reality. I sink into the mud and the crimson rain, finding a sanctuary inside of the pain. Rise from the ashes of 1,000 falls, echoing through these haunted marble halls. Though the gravity pulls at my bleeding knees, I as a storm that will shake the trees. Me down to the very core, I will only return for more and more. In the silence of the dying light, I am the flame that defied the night. Count the cracks upon this porcelain skin, where the light of the doors begins to slip in. Every betrayal is a stitch in the shroud, a lonely anthem sung long and loud. They watch for the moment I finally break, to see how much of the earth I can take. But the ground is a lover I know too well, familiar floor in this personal hell. I push against the stone with a trembling hand, to prove that a ghost is still able to stand. Rise from the ashes of 1,000 falls, echoing through these haunted marble halls. Roll the gravity pulls and your bleeding knees, high on the storm that will shake the trees. Me down to the very core, I will only return more and more. In the silence of the dying light, I am the flame that defies the night. Sharpen the blade on the wheel of time, forging the rhythm and forging the rhyme. Steel is tempered in the hottest fire, lifting the spirit higher and higher. Let the mountain crash upon my head, I am not among the living or the dead. I am the endurance, I am the will, moving the world while the heart stands still. I am standing still in the ruins of the gate, master of my weaver of my fate, falling down to rise again, beyond the reach of mortal men. Dark I find my way until the breaking of the day, till the breaking of the day, until the breaking of the day. In the silence of this frozen hall, I watch the silver icons fall. The velvet weight of ancient grief is all I have for my relief. 1,000 cuts across the soul, no longer aiming to be whole. I offered embers in the rain and harvested a field of pain. You took the light and left the coldest story centuries have told. Now every word is jagged glass that cuts me as the moments pass. How many times can a spirit break before the heart forgets to wake? chapel lights grow dim. My tears are heavy, black as lead, for every promise that you bled. How many times can a spirit break before the heart forgets to wake? I am the ghost of the love I gave, waltzing slowly to the grave. Let your voices rise like smoke underneath this heavy yoke. No more healing, no more prayer, only the weight of the winter air. Distorted strings begin to wail beneath the white lace of the veil. I am the echo I discard, fading out like a dying star. How many times can a spirit break before the heart forgets to wake? I am the ghost of the love I gave, waltzing slowly to the grave. In the shadow of the thorns I blew, a lonely flower in a vaulted tomb. Broken once, broken twice, hearts turned into blocks of ice. Never again the morning sun. What is finished just begun. In the silence of the marble halls, where the dust of ages softly falls, I am the ghost within the gilded frame, the one who bears a unforgotten name. Through the mist and the morning chill, my heart is frozen, my pulse is still. I built a fortress out of broken glass, watching the seasons and the stranger of the light. A frozen second where the world went black and gray. I watched the light behind your eyes begin to die, as every word you spoke just withered and decayed. Now the 220 pulse is pounding in my chest, a ribbon hammer striking iron in the dark. I haven't slept and I will never find my rest until I quench this fire with the final spark. You left me hollow like a shell upon the shore, but hollow things can ring with such a deafening sound. I'm coming back for every piece of me you tore, and I will drive your legacy into the ground. Burn it down and let the ashes fill the sky. There is no mercy for the way you made me cry. I'm the vengeance rising from the wreckage of the soul, completely broken, but I've never felt so whole. Shattered and cold, now the story is told in the blood of the heart that you bought and you sold. Your face is etched into the blade I carry now, a silver mirror reflecting all your Halloween. I made a silent and a dark eternal, not to be the harvest for the poison of your seed. Can you hear the double kick like thunder on the plains? It is the sound of all the bridges that we burn. I'm calling every die and breaking all the chains. If you break the bitter lesson that I learned, you thought I crumbled like a statue made of sand. You thought I vanished in the vapor of the notes, but here I stand with heavy justice in my hand, a screaming phantom in the absence of the light. Burn it down and look the ashes to the sky. There is no mercy for the way you made me cry. I'm the vengeance rising for the wreckage of the soul, completely broken, but I've never felt so whole. Shattered and cold, now the story is told in the blood of the heart that you bought and you sold. No turning back from the edge of the void. Everything beautiful has been destroyed. I am the ghost of the love that you killed. Now the cup of the hatred is finally filled. Shattered and cold. Shattered and cold. I am the shadow cast by the midday sun, a ghost in the hallway before the day is done. My mouth is moving, but the air stays still against the silence of your iron will. I built a monument of words inside this hollow room, my architecture of a play, a tapestry of doom. I reach across the table, but my hand passes through. A phantom present in a house that only houses you. You look right past the center where I'm standing in the light, as if I were a speck of dust or flickering of night. The static in the radio is louder than my name. I'm burning in the core, but you'll never feel the flame. Can you hear the thunder of my heartbeat in the dark? I am screaming at the heavens just to leave a single mark, but the echo is the only thing that ever talks to me in this prison of the hidden, in this tomb of the unseen. I am the frequency that no one ever finds, a broken transmission left 1,000 years behind. I've carved my story in the dust upon the window pane. I've shouted secrets to the wind and left within the rain. But your eyes are locked on horizons I can never reach, while I am drowning on the shore of this deserted beach. Every sentence is a tether that I'm trying to engage, but you're weeding past the lines upon this empty whitewashed page. Is my blood too thin to matter? Is my spirit made of glass? You step upon my shadow and you never watch it pass. Can you hear the thunder of my heartbeat in the dark? I am screaming at the heavens.
need your oxygen,
but I am never there.
I am the crack within the mirror that you never bother fixing. I am the poison in the water that you constantly elixir.
Can you hear the thunder of my heartbeat in the dark? I am screaming at the heavens just to leave a single mark, but the echo is the only thing that ever talks to me in this prison of the hidden, in this tomb of the unseen. I am the frequency, but no one ever finds a broken transmission left 1,000 years behind. Watch me wash away. Listen to the nothingness. Listen to the voice. Silent forevermore. Silent at your door. Beneath the weight of 1,000 silent winters, the ink of my name begins to fade from the stone. No candles flicker in the draft of this hollow cathedral. I am the monarch of a kingdom made of dust and bone. I reach for the sunlight but find only the freezing mist, a ghost in the hallway where the living used to tread. The warmth of a memory is a phantom I cannot hold, clutching the fragments of every word that was never said. I am the whisper that the wind refuses to carry, the shadow that vanishes when the light begins to die. Unloved and forsaken in the halls of the great forgetting, a nameless prayer beneath the cold and iron sky. Lost in the silence where the heartbeat used to echo, falling forever through the cracks of a broken mind. Your faces are blurred like rain on a window pane, a gallery of strangers who once called me their own. Now the ivy climbs the walls of my hollow chest, and the seeds of indifference are the only things you've sown. I scream into the canyon, but the sound is swallowed whole, a symphony of sorrow played on strings of rusted wire. I watch the world move on while I am frozen in the dark, the final ember dying in a long forgotten fire. I am the whisper that the wind refuses to carry, the shadow that vanishes when the light begins to die. Unloved and forsaken in the halls of the great forgetting, a nameless prayer beneath the cold and night sky. Lost in the silence where the heartbeat used to echo, falling forever through the cracks of a broken mind. Do you feel the chill when you walk past the empty chair? Do you hear the static when you try to speak my name? I am the whole space where the laughter used to live, a portrait stripped of color and a soul without a frame. Burn the bridges, break the seals, let the darkness take it all until there is nothing left but the rhythm of the fall. I am the whisper that the wind refuses to carry, the shadow that vanishes where the light begins to die. Loved and forsaken in the halls of the grace I'm getting, a nameless prayer beneath shadow in the hall of your mind, a flicker of a memory left us far behind. I am the echo of a heart that used to beat, walking to the woods around these broken feet, unloved and forgotten in the deep of the night, fading from the colors to the gray and the wild. The void is calling out to claim its lonely prize. I see the end of everything reflected in your eyes. No one keeps a candle lit to guide the way back home, just a pile of weathered bones beneath the sky of chrome. Am I just a shadow